Welcome back to the channel Rare Coins Collections, Coin Collectors and Treasure Hunters. If you love rare and valuable coins, then today's video is going to be an exciting one. We're diving into the world of the United States of America Kennedy half dollar from 1776 to 1976, a special bicentennial edition that holds not just historical significance but also incredible value for collectors. Some of these coins are worth way more than their face value, and if you happen to have one of these in your collection, you might be sitting on a small fortune without even realizing it. Stick around until the very end, because we'll reveal just how much this coin could be worth today, and trust me, the number will blow your mind. The Kennedy half dollar was first introduced in 1964, just months after the tragic assassination of President John F. Kennedy. It was created to honor his legacy, and since then, it has become one of the most beloved coins in American history. But the version we're talking about today is particularly special, the 1776 to 1976 bicentennial Kennedy half dollar. This coin was issued to commemorate the 200th anniversary of the United States, marking a milestone in the nation's history. Now, let's take a closer look at the design of this fascinating coin. On the obverse, or front side, you'll find the iconic profile of John F. Kennedy, designed by Gilroy Roberts. His strong, determined expression serves as a reminder of his leadership and the impact he had on the country. Above his head, the word "Liberty" is inscribed, while the motto, "In God We Trust," appears just below. The years 1776 to 1976 are prominently displayed at the bottom, distinguishing this special edition from regular Kennedy half dollars, but what really makes this coin stand out is the reverse, or back side. Unlike the standard Kennedy half dollar, which features the presidential seal, the bicentennial edition showcases a striking image of Independence Hall in Philadelphia, the place where the Declaration of Independence was signed in 1776. The words "United States of America" are curved along the top, while "half dollar" is written at the bottom. The phrase 200 Years of Freedom is inscribed just below the image, making this coin a true symbol of American history. Now, let's talk about what makes some of these coins so valuable. While millions of bicentennial Kennedy half dollars were minted, only a select few have characteristics that make them highly sought after by collectors. The main factors that determine a coin's value are its condition, mint mark, metal composition, and any possible minting errors. First, condition is everything when it comes to rare coins. The most valuable coins are those that have been kept in pristine, uncirculated condition. If your Kennedy half dollar has no scratches, discoloration, or signs of wear, it could be worth significantly more than its face value. Coins that have been carefully stored in protective cases or rolls tend to fetch the highest prices. Next, let's talk about mint marks. In 1976, these half dollars were minted at 3 different locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. If you look just above the date on the obverse side, you'll find a small letter that tells you where your coin was minted. A D means it was minted in Denver, an S stands for San Francisco, and if there's no mint mark, it was minted in Philadelphia. Some of the rarest and most valuable versions of this coin come from the San Francisco Mint, especially those struck in silver. That's right, some of these bicentennial Kennedy half dollars were made from 40% silver instead of the usual copper-nickel composition. These silver versions are far more valuable than their regular counterparts. If you have a silver bicentennial Kennedy half dollar, it's already worth more than face value based on its silver content alone. But if it's in excellent condition or has a rare error, its worth could skyrocket. Speaking of errors, minting mistakes are one of the biggest factors that can drive up the value of a coin. Some bicentennial Kennedy half dollars were struck with double dies, meaning the design appears slightly duplicated. Others may have off-center strikes, missing details, or even rare planchet errors, where the coin was made using the wrong metal composition. These error coins are extremely rare and can be worth thousands of dollars to collectors. So, how much could one of these special bicentennial Kennedy half dollars be worth? If you have the right combination of rarity, minting error, and pristine condition, your coin could be valued at an astonishing $123,400. Yes, you heard that correctly. A single bicentennial Kennedy half dollar, originally worth just 50 cents, could now be worth an incredible $123,400. That's why it's so important to check your coin collection carefully. You never know, you might have a hidden treasure sitting right in your hands. Today, we're diving into a coin that might just be sitting in your collection or even your spare change, a coin that's more valuable than most people realize. I'm talking about the United States Kennedy $50 from 1971. At first glance, it might seem like just another $50, but some of these coins could actually be worth far more than their face value. In fact, if you have the right 1971 Kennedy $50, it could be worth a life-changing amount of money. Stick with us until the end, because we're about to reveal just how much this coin could be worth today. The Kennedy $50 was introduced in 1964, just months after the assassination of President John F. Kennedy. The U.S. Mint decided to honor the late president with a coin that would forever bear his likeness, and it's been part of American currency ever since. The 1971 edition is especially interesting because it marks a significant moment in U.S. coinage history. This was the first year the Kennedy $50 was issued in a copper-nickel composition, replacing the silver versions that were produced from 1964 to 1970. Let's take a closer look at the design of this iconic coin. On the obverse, you'll find the profile of John F. Kennedy, designed by artist Gilroy Roberts. His likeness is strong and dignified, representing the leadership and ideals of the 35th President of the United States. Above his head, the word Liberty is inscribed, while the motto, In God We Trust, is placed to the left. The year 1971 is stamped at the bottom, marking this as a key year in the series. On the reverse side, the coin features the Great American Bald Eagle, a symbol of the nation's strength and independence. The eagle is shown with its wings spread wide, holding an olive branch in one talon and a bundle of arrows in the other, representing peace and defense. The words, United States of America, curve along the top of the coin, while $50 is written at the bottom. This classic design has made the Kennedy $50 one of the most recognizable coins in the world, but while the design may look familiar, some 1971 Kennedy $50 are worth far more than their face value. The key to their value lies in their rarity, condition, and any potential minting errors. While millions of these coins were minted, only a few possess the characteristics that make them particularly desirable to collectors. Let's first talk about the condition of the coin. As with most collectibles, the better the condition, the higher the value. A coin in uncirculated condition, meaning it has never been used in everyday transactions, can be worth significantly more than a coin that has been worn down by time and handling. If you have a 1971 Kennedy $50 that looks as if it just came out of the mint, with crisp details and no visible signs of wear, it could be worth a small fortune. Next, let's discuss mint marks. Mint marks are important because they tell you where the coin was made. The 1971 Kennedy $50 was minted at two different locations, Philadelphia and Denver. If your coin has a D mint mark, it was made in Denver, while if it has no mint mark at all, it was struck in Philadelphia. The 1971 D variety is generally more common, but some collectors prefer coins from Philadelphia because they were made in larger quantities. However, what truly makes the 1971 Kennedy $50 interesting to collectors are the possible minting errors. These errors can turn a regular coin into a rare treasure. Common errors in coins include things like double dies, where the design is stamped multiple times, or off-center strikes, where the image isn't aligned correctly. These types of errors happen during the minting process, and they result in unique coins that are highly sought after. A 1971 Kennedy $50 with a double die or another minting error can be worth significantly more than one without these defects. So, how much could one of these rare 1971 Kennedy $50 be worth? If you have the right combination of rarity, pristine condition, and perhaps even a minting error, your coin could be valued at an eye-popping $112,000, that's right, $112,000 for a single 1971 Kennedy $50. It's hard to believe that a coin worth just 50 cents could end up being worth such an incredible amount of money. So, the next time you come across an old $50 in your collection or spare change, don't just pass it off as another coin, take a closer look. You might have a hidden treasure waiting for you. Today, we're diving deep into a coin that might be sitting in your collection, or even in your change jar, a coin that, believe it or not, could be worth far more than its face value. I'm talking about the United States Kennedy half-dollar from 1972. At first glance, it might seem like just another half-dollar, but some of these coins have a hidden value that could absolutely surprise you. Stick with us, because by the end of this video, we'll reveal exactly how much a 1972 Kennedy half-dollar could be worth today, and trust me, it's going to blow your mind. The Kennedy half-dollar was introduced in 1964, just months after the assassination of President John F. Kennedy. The U.S. Mint decided to honor this beloved president with a coin featuring his likeness, and it's been a staple in American currency ever since. The 1972 edition is particularly interesting because it represents a period when the coin was transitioning from being minted in silver to being made in a copper-nickel blend. While most people might not think twice about this coin, the 1972 Kennedy half-dollar holds more value than you might imagine, especially if you know what to look for. First, let's talk about the design. On the obverse side of the coin, you'll see the familiar and dignified profile of John F. Kennedy, designed by artist Gilroy Roberts. His face is surrounded by the word liberty, and the phrase, "In God We Trust," appears to his left. The year 1972 is also displayed at the bottom. This image of Kennedy has become an enduring symbol of leadership, and it's one of the most iconic portraits on American currency. On the reverse side, you'll find the powerful image of the American bald eagle, clutching an olive branch and a bundle of arrows in its talons. This eagle symbolizes the strength and resolve of the United States. Above the eagle, the words "United States of America" curve along the top of the coin, while "half-dollar" is stamped at the bottom. It's a simple yet impactful design that has stood the test of time. Now, let's get into the good stuff. What makes some of these 1972 Kennedy half-dollars so valuable? While millions of these coins were minted, it's the rarities and minting errors that make certain 1972 halves so highly coveted by collectors. One of the most important factors that affect a coin's value is its condition. Coins that are well preserved and show no signs of wear or handling are far more valuable than those that have been in circulation for years. If you have a 1972 Kennedy half-dollar that is in near-perfect or uncirculated condition, you could be sitting on something worth far more than 50 cents. In fact, the pristine examples of this coin can be worth thousands of dollars. Next, let's talk about mint marks. Mint marks are the small letters located on the coin that indicate where it was produced. In 1972, Kennedy half-dollars were minted in both Philadelphia and Denver. The Philadelphia Mint produced coins without a mint mark, while the Denver Mint used a D mint mark. Coins from these two locations can vary in value depending on their rarity. Generally, coins from Philadelphia are slightly more valuable, as they were struck in slightly lower numbers, but it's important to check for specific rarities in both. The real kicker, though, is the possibility of minting errors. Sometimes, during the production process, coins are struck with slight imperfections or anomalies. For example, double dies are a common error where the design is imprinted twice on the coin, giving it a slightly blurry or doubled appearance. Off-center strikes are another type of minting error where the coin is stamped off-center, resulting in a coin that's visually unique. These minting errors, while rare, can make a 1972 Kennedy half-dollar worth a great deal more than its regular counterparts. Now, for the part you've all been waiting for, just how much could a 1972 Kennedy half-dollar be worth? If you happen to have one that is in exceptional condition, or better yet, a coin with a minting error, your coin could be valued at a jaw-dropping $111,000. Yes, that's right, $111,000 for a single 1972 Kennedy half-dollar. That's not a typo. A coin that was once worth just 50 cents could now be worth more than the price of a brand new car, a house, or even a vacation around the world. So, the next time you come across a 1972 Kennedy half-dollar, take a moment to examine it closely. You could be holding onto a hidden gem. Today, we've got something really exciting for all you numismatists out there. We're talking about the United States Kennedy half-dollar from 1973, a coin that you may have overlooked in your collection or even in your pocket change. While most people might just toss it aside, you could be holding onto something much more valuable than you think. Stick with us until the end, because by the time we're done, you'll have a whole new appreciation for this coin, and you might just be sitting on a treasure without even realizing it. Let's start with some quick background on the Kennedy half-dollar itself. This coin was introduced in 1964, just months after the tragic assassination of President John F. Kennedy. To honor the legacy of the 35th President of the United States, the U.S. Mint created a coin that would forever bear his likeness. Since then, the Kennedy half-dollar has been a cornerstone of American currency. The 1973 edition, though, is particularly interesting because it falls into an important period in the history of U.S. coinage, where significant changes were taking place both in the composition of the coins and in the mint's production techniques. The 1973 Kennedy half-dollar is made from a copper-nickel blend, which was introduced after the U.S. government decided to stop using silver in the coin's production. But just because it's made of a different material doesn't mean it's any less valuable. In fact, some of these coins are worth far more than their face value, and today, we're going to uncover exactly why. Let's take a closer look at the design. On the front side of the coin, known as the obverse, you'll find the powerful profile of John F. Kennedy, designed by artist Gilroy Roberts. His face is depicted with strength and dignity, embodying the qualities of leadership, courage, and hope. Above Kennedy's head is the word liberty, and to his left, the famous phrase, "In God We Trust," is inscribed. Below his image, you'll see the year 1973, marking the coin's release. On the reverse side, or back, you'll find the majestic bald eagle, a symbol of the strength and resilience of the United States. The eagle is clutching both an olive branch and a bundle of arrows, signifying peace and defense. Along the top of the coin, you'll see United States of America, and at the bottom, half-dollar. The simplicity of this design, coupled with its historical significance, has made the Kennedy half-dollar one of the most enduring coins in U.S. history. Now, let's get to the good part, the value of the 1973 Kennedy half-dollar. While millions of these coins were minted, the key to their value lies in their rarity, condition, and any potential minting errors. Let's break this down a bit. First and foremost, the condition of the coin plays a huge role in determining its worth. Coins that have been well preserved and remain in uncirculated condition are far more valuable than those that show signs of wear. So if you've got a 1973 Kennedy half-dollar that still shines like it just came out of the mint, you've definitely got a more valuable piece of currency on your hands. Uncirculated coins tend to fetch much higher prices at auctions and from collectors. Next, let's talk about mint marks. Mint marks are tiny letters on the coin that indicate where it was produced. The 1973 Kennedy half-dollar was minted at two locations, Philadelphia and Denver. If you look at the reverse side of your coin, you'll either see no mint mark, if it was made in Philadelphia, or a D mint mark, if it was made in Denver. While coins from Philadelphia are often considered slightly more valuable, it's really the condition and any errors that can set a coin apart in terms of value. Speaking of errors, let's dive into one of the most exciting aspects of coin collecting, minting errors. Sometimes, during the minting process, a coin might not be struck perfectly, which can result in unique characteristics. Some 1973 Kennedy half-dollars were struck with double dies, meaning that the image on the coin appears slightly duplicated. This makes the coin visually distinct, and collectors will pay top dollar for these errors. Other potential errors include off-center strikes, where the design is misaligned, or coins with unusual die cracks. These types of minting mistakes can turn an otherwise ordinary coin into a rare treasure. So, now that we've covered what makes the 1973 Kennedy half-dollar so special, let's talk about the most exciting part. Just how much could this coin be worth? If you have a 1973 Kennedy half-dollar that is in pristine, uncirculated condition or one that features a rare minting error, you could be looking at a value that might surprise you. A single coin from 1973 could be worth an incredible $116,000, yes, that's right, $116,000 for a coin that was once worth just 50 cents. It's amazing how something as small as a coin can hold such a massive value. Whether you've been collecting for years or you've just stumbled upon this coin in a box of change, it's always worth taking a closer look. You never know, you might have a hidden gem just waiting to be discovered. Today, we've got something truly special for you, a coin that you might just have in your collection or tucked away in a drawer, and it could be worth much more than you think. We're talking about the United States Kennedy half-dollar from 1992. At first glance, it might seem like just another half-dollar, but there's more to this coin than meets the eye. Stick around, because by the end of this video, we'll be revealing the astonishing value of the 1992 Kennedy half-dollar, and trust me, you're going to want to hear this. The Kennedy half-dollar has been an enduring part of U.S. currency since it was introduced in 1964. Created in memory of President John F. Kennedy after his tragic assassination, this coin features his likeness on the obverse side. Over the years, the design and composition of the coin have undergone some changes, but its connection to one of America's most beloved leaders has made it a staple in the world of coin collecting. The 1992 version, however, is particularly intriguing, especially for those who know how to spot its true value. In 1992, the Kennedy half-dollar was struck in a composition of copper and nickel, a blend that replaced the earlier silver versions of the coin. While this change might have seemed like a shift in the coin's material, it didn't take away from its historical significance. Coins from this era have continued to attract the attention of collectors and investors alike, and some of the 1992 Kennedy half-dollars are worth far more than their original face value of 50 cents. But what makes the 1992 coin so special? First, let's take a moment to appreciate the design of the coin. On the front, or obverse, you'll find the familiar and powerful profile of President John F. Kennedy, designed by artist Gilroy Roberts. The design captures the dignity and leadership of Kennedy, with the words, "Liberty," above his head, and, "In God We Trust," to the left. Beneath Kennedy's image, you'll see the year, 1992, inscribed, marking the specific year of this particular release. On the reverse, or back, of the coin, you'll find the majestic American bald eagle, which has become a symbol of strength, courage, and independence. The eagle holds both an olive branch and a bundle of arrows in its talons, symbolizing peace and defense. The words, "United States of America," are inscribed along the top, while "half-dollar" is written at the bottom. This classic design has remained largely unchanged since the Kennedy half-dollar was first introduced, cementing its status as one of the most iconic coins in U.S. history. Now, let's get into the exciting part: what makes the 1992 Kennedy half-dollar so valuable? While millions of these coins were produced, there are certain factors that can increase their worth significantly. The biggest factors are rarity, condition, and mint errors. First, condition is key when it comes to valuing any coin. Coins that have been well preserved, especially those that have never been circulated, are much more valuable than those that have been handled or worn over time. If you have a 1992 Kennedy half-dollar that looks almost brand new, with no signs of wear or tarnish, it could be worth far more than you expect. In fact, uncirculated coins, which are those that have never been in regular circulation, can be worth significantly more than their face value. Next, let's talk about mint marks. Mint marks are small letters found on coins that tell you where they were produced. In 1992, Kennedy half-dollars were minted at two locations, Philadelphia and Denver. If your coin has no mint mark, it was minted in Philadelphia, while if it has a D mint mark, it was minted in Denver. While the difference in mint marks might seem minor, collectors often place a higher value on coins from Philadelphia, as these are typically rarer than their Denver counterparts, but the real excitement comes when we talk about mint errors. Minting errors are imperfections that occur during the production process, resulting in coins that are unique and highly desirable to collectors. Some common errors in the 1992 Kennedy half-dollar include double dies, where the design is struck more than once, resulting in a blurry or doubled image, off-center strikes, or even misaligned dies. These types of errors can make a coin significantly more valuable, as they are one-of-a-kind pieces that collectors are always on the lookout for. So, how much could your 1992 Kennedy half-dollar be worth if it's in pristine condition or features one of these rare minting errors? Well, it turns out that certain 1992 Kennedy half-dollars can fetch a jaw-dropping price. If you have one of these rare coins, it could be worth as much as $105,000, that's right, $105,000 for a single 1992 Kennedy half dollar. It's hard to believe that a coin that was originally worth just 50 cents could be worth such an incredible amount of money. So, before you toss that old coin aside, take a moment to examine it closely. You never know, you might have a hidden treasure right in front of you. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about rare and valuable coins, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of our upcoming videos. We've got plenty more exciting coin discoveries to share, and you won't want to miss out. Thanks for watching, and happy collecting.